What's up guys, Ashbfc here again, bringing you another review, and this time I'm reviewing some Tomb Raider. But quickly before we just get started, just in the Slack chance anyone's actually interested, you got a free code with the game. I assume everyone gets one. Well, I'm assuming it's a free code. It's written entirely in French. And me being the typical little Englander that I am, I can't speak any other language. I'm not even good at English, so... yes, entirely in French. I can't read French or speak it. Actually, that's not true. Bonjour. So, croissant. It's another. Better than I thought I was. I'm not exactly fluent, but yeah, I'm assuming it says 14 days Xbox Live Gold trial. Whether it only works on the European market, I don't know. Whether it only works on Tomb Raider, I don't know. But if anyone happens to want this for whatever reason, so I'm only going to throw it away, then just leave a comment below or something, and I will send you the code. It's yours. But anyway, yeah, on to Tomb Raider review. I'll try and make this quick. I won't go into a whole lot of depth. My reviews tend to drag on a little bit. But yeah, so it's a Tomb Raider reboot. Very, very different to the original series, and it's kind of a trend now when it reboots. They're getting popular. And they've always been popular for a while in the movie industry, and they suck. Good God. But yeah, I don't think they don't go down well with the hardcore fans, do they? Castlevania being one of the more recent ones. I think that was hated by the hardcore fans. Devil May Cry was despised by the diehards. I'm not entirely sure how this one's going down, but I assume they don't like it. But either way, I absolutely love this game. I thought this game was amazing. It's my favourite Tomb Raider game by far. I absolutely loved it. It surprised me in so many ways, because I had a feeling this game was going to be good when I first saw it. Like the first trailer they ever released, you know, it's got this whole new dark, gritty style to it, which is like so my sort of thing. I was like, yeah, that's pretty badass, and I was intrigued. I thought it's probably going to be good, but it turned out better than that. It didn't disappoint me. It exceeded my expectations. Like I said, absolutely amazing. Now, I am a Tomb Raider fan, not by any means die hard, but I am a fan. I played and beat the first one back in '96 on the PlayStation. Same with number 2. In fact, 2 is my second favourite Tomb Raider behind this. I love that game. Mostly because you could lock the butler in the freezer, which was what I thought was the funniest thing ever as a kid. In fact, I still think it's funny now, just remembering sticking that guy in the freezer. Winston, he was called, wasn't he? That was hilarious. He used to creep me out, because he used to follow you everywhere, that little train, and make those weird noises. And it's the only way you could get rid of him, shove him in the freezer. If you had Tomb Raider 2 and you didn't lock him in the freezer, then you didn't play the game properly. In fact, you can't say you've beat it, because that's the main purpose of the game, to stick the butler in the freezer. But yeah, beat 3 on the PC, beat Last Revelation on the Dreamcast, but that was the last one I finished. I have played most of the others though, Angel of Darkness, Chronicles actually before that, Legends Anniversary, Underworld. I've enjoyed them all, but I'm not by any means a die-hard fan, but I've enjoyed them. But yeah, this is very different and more my style. So there's no denying, the first thing you're going to notice, the first thing everyone noticed and I noticed, is it's heavily influenced by Uncharted. Heavily influenced. It borrows a lot, and basically all the climbing mechanics and all these crazy set pieces and sequences and quick time events and all the unstable environments. Basically, everything's collapsing and falling apart underneath Lara, and she's constantly on her arse and crashing through things, like Drake was. But it's really awesome, really cool looking environments, and I love the graphics in this game. It's got a lot more realistic style. Tomb Raider's always had kind of a bit of a cartoony look, particularly Lara herself, and obviously she's a lot more realistic this time around. Yeah, it's borrows heavily from Uncharted, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because I friggin' love Uncharted. I think it's an amazing series. So if you are an Uncharted fan, but you're not really a Tomb Raider fan, then you might want to check this one out. Because yeah, like I said, there's a lot of surprises for me in this game. Very good surprises. One, well, the fact that it played a lot like Uncharted, didn't expect that. But 2 is I assumed it was like mission based and stuff, levels and stuff. It's not. There's actually a small bit of kind of free roam. It's not open world by any means at all, but there's like a fast travel system in it, and you can go back to previous places you've been before. I mean, it's mainly only for like collectibles and stuff, but I thought it was cool to have that option instead of just a level after level. I much prefer this sort of style, so that was really cool. As well as the whole upgrade and skill point system and XP system, I wasn't expecting any of that. Basically, you get XP. I think you get some just for progression, but you get others for like sort of enemy kills like stealth kills, counter kills, headshots, all that sort of stuff, as well as, you know, exploring the optional tombs, which they kind of act like your side quests. These like optional tombs spaced around the levels, like off the main path, and they basically all consist of basically a puzzle in them, and then you get reward for doing it, as well as XP points. And then you get skill points. The more XP you get skill points. And then you pick up salvage as well, salvage items to upgrade your actual specific guns, basically like chests. It encourages you to sort of like a little look around and explore for like chests and loot stuff, loot all the enemies you kill, hunt animals and loot them, all that sort of stuff. And then when you get to like your campfires, which are spread around the game, which also work as your fast travel sort of system, you can like spend skill points on like better stealth attacks, better counter moves, health increase, climbing quicker, you know, like better accuracy with the bow and stuff, and then like your specific weapon upgrades like fire arrows for the bow, increased damage and stuff for all your weapons, and attachments like the grenade launcher for the rifle, and ammo capacity, all that typical stuff. But it was really cool because I wasn't expecting any of it, so that was really cool. But the biggest surprise for me was the violence, because it's the first Tomb Raider to ever get an 18 rating. And for a good reason. It's friggin' brutal. I was not expecting it at all. So that was awesome, because I love me some video game violence. Yeah, it does not hold back. I mean, Laura's constantly covered in blood the entire game. She's getting cuts and bruises all over her. She's getting her face smashed in.
No, I'm gonna kill you!
She's getting impaled by stuff. But some quick time sequences that are pretty brutal and violent, like close-up gunshots to the head. And a lot of the death sequences as well from Lara, like if you screw up, she's always getting impaled. Like there's one where you can get impaled straight through the neck, which kind of make you cringe. There's body parts all over the place in some of the caves you go to. Some of the caves are quite creepy actually, reminding me a lot of the film The Descent. These body parts scattered around, bits of meat and chunks and stuff. Like some of the stealth moves, snapping necks and sticking pickaxes in people's heads and arrows through their throats. Very, very brutal. I mean, at one point you're wading through a river of blood. And Lara's just covered in red from head to toe. It's pretty amazing, but I wasn't expecting this level of violence, so that was absolutely awesome. Very, very happy with the violence in this game. But I'm happy with everything in this game. I just absolutely loved it, and the campaign's just a blast from start to finish. Absolute ton of fun. Like I said, it plays a lot like Uncharted, which is a good thing. Lots of crazy set pieces and sequences and stuff, and quick time events. Like I said, the shooting's a ton of fun. The stealth mechanics are great. I absolutely love the bow. It's my personal favourite weapon. Just, you know, picking off headshots and stuff was absolutely brilliant. As well as the basically Lara herself, she's a really good character. She got like a new voice actor. I forgot her name. Camilla something. I just remember it was the last from Californication, like season 5 or something. She did a really good voice, best voice work ever for Lara, I think. She did a really good job. You can't help but feel sorry for Lara, because she takes some shit in this game. She just takes a beating, and it's good. They did a good job of, you know, the transformation of her. She starts off, she's like really scared, and she's out of her element, and she's against all the odds and stuff, and she's dealing with her first kill, and everyone's trying to kill her and stuff.
Oh God!
She's going through injuries and stuff. And basically the tagline is "The survivor is born." You get to watch her evolve into a survivor, and you know, she's like, you know, enough being scared, shit's got to get done. So they did a really good job, and it was good watching her. She was a really good character, my personal favourite version of Lara. And there is a little bit of homage at the end to old school Lara as well, so some people might like that. But yeah, it was just so much fun. Like, I mean, the campaign's a decent length. I mean, obviously I would have liked it to be longer, but I can't complain about the length. I can't give it exact number, exact length, time, because it doesn't. I don't think it records it. But it's definitely over 10 hours. I'll give you that. So I thought it was decent, good enough. And like I said, you've got side quests, and if you want to go for all the collectibles and stuff, there's quite a lot, and there's little challenges to do, and you can actually go back once you've beat the game to finish off, clean up all the collectibles. So, you know, all the achievement hunters and stuff will like that, and trophy hunters or whatever. But yeah, just absolute blast from start to finish. I loved it. It just absolutely exceeded my expectations, and like I said, I think it's you know, in my opinion, the best Tomb Raider. I absolutely loved it. The only gripe I have is they decided to tack on multiplayer, and that is the word tack. They tacked it on. It's crap. It's very bland and generic. Tomb Raider did not need multiplayer. It never needs multiplayer. It's never had it before, and it shouldn't have it. Doesn't need it. It's a single player experience, and a damn good one at that. And yeah, they tacked on multiplayer. It's just basically team deathmatch. It doesn't play well at all. Very generic. I don't like it whatsoever. But you can't help but feel that the reason they did that was basically so they can chuck out a lot of DLC and make more money, which kind of annoys me, but you know, it's what companies do nowadays. Yeah, so you didn't need that. It just felt like a waste, and they should have spent that, you know, tweaking single player, adding more content in single player, but you know, they did it, so it's there, you don't have to play it, but yeah, it does suck completely. But the single player is absolutely brilliant, so yeah, like I said, if you're a big fan of Uncharted and third person games like that, you gotta check this game out, because it's brilliant, amazing, loved it. Yeah, absolutely brilliant game. So I'm doing away with the numerical score at the end. I don't know why I decided to do that. It's kind of a stupid thing to do. It's kind of dumb. So yeah, I'm not going to slap a number on at the end. Doesn't make any sense really. But yeah, so that was my Tomb Raider review. If that was an amazing game, you got to check it out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next review. Don't forget that code if you want it, because I don't want it. So yeah, Tomb Raider.